Good morning students, welcome to the session on operating system. In our previous lecture we have seen a solution called semaphore. Okay, how we will be using the semaphore in order to overcome the problems that we are seeing in your critical section. Semaphore, and before that we have seen the Peterson solution. Do remember both of them are very important for your theoretical part. Okay, in our today's session we will be seeing few classic. See, this method and this method both are very useful in order to restrict your processes to enter into its critical section. But see, when we are talking about the advantages, similarly we will be having the disadvantages in your semaphores as well as in your Petersons. But they are very flexible, they are very useful, that I can say. For that reason we are discussing these two, and apart from this we will be having mutex laws. Okay, mutex laws, but it is not present in our syllabus. We will discuss them later. But in our today's session we are going to see few classical problems in a process synchronization. Okay, the first and foremost problem that we can see is your bounded buffer problem. See, the problem is new one, but already we have discussed about this. That is your producer and consumer problem. Here I won't discuss this again. Why? Because we have already discussed, we have a detailed description about producer and consumer problem, where we will be having a limited buffer over there. Say suppose we are having a limit of 10 elements, then producer can produce only 10 elements. After the 10 elements, your producer must wait in order to produce a new element. Okay, if the buffer is empty, then your consumer must wait until or unless buffer contains something, or else producer produces some items. This is the bounded buffer problem, I can say, that we have seen in producer consumer problem. I am not going to discuss in detail about your producer consumer problem. Why? Because we are having one more video onto that. Just if you are having any doubt, just go through producer consumer's problem video. Okay, and see the second problem that we can discuss is your reader writer problem. What is the reader writer problem? See ma, in this we will be considering the database solutions, I can say, when we are having a database which has to be shared between the processes, shared between the client and server, shared between some other issues, I can say. Say suppose a similar kind of database is shared by number of people, then your reader writer problem will exist. Say suppose if someone is accessing the data for only reading, say suppose 10 people are accessing the data for only reading, then there is no problem. Why? Because 10 people are accessing for only reading, they won't write anything, they won't change anything into that particular database, then there is no problem. Why? Because in this particular situation, see, we are reading the content from your database, we are not modifying any content. Okay, not only 10 members, even if it is 100 members also, they can access the database in order to view the content. For example, if you are using the Google Chrome, if you are using some content, if you are using some web browser in order to access some data, at the same time number of people can access that particular website. For example, if you are OU website, if you have found your result, or else the result has been released by, if you are in your OU website, then everyone will try to access the OU website, then there is no problem. Why? Because whatever the data that has been kept in your OU website, we are reading it, we are not going to modify that particular content. That is the reason not only the 100 people, even 1000 people, even more than 1000 people can access that particular website, more than 1000 people can access that particular database in order to read the data, then there is no problem. But at the same time, if the writer comes into the existence, if the writer Writer, what the writer will do? Writer will try to modify the content of your database. Okay, whatever the data that has been kept into your place, that will be modified by your writer. In this particular situation, if the writer is writing something onto your database, at the same time if the reader is reading, then whatever the update that has been done by the writer will not be available to reader. Reader will be accessing first and he will be reading the previous data. It is not available with the readers now. At the same time, if some other writer, if the writer has been accessed by your database, if some other writer is coming in order to modify the content, then there is also a problem in order to update the data. Both the writers are trying to modify the content of your database. At the same time, I can say there will be a problem of synchronization. We need to restrict the writers. When any writer is accessing data, that has to be shared between some other processes also. That must be designed in such a manner that whenever a writer accesses the database, then at that particular moment any reader and writer should not allow into that particular database, so that we will be having a consistent data, I can say. This is the major problem when we are going for any data that has to be shared between the processes, website, whatever you can say. Number of people can access the same database. If the readers are accessing, number of people, even lakhs of people can access the data, then there is no problem. Why? Because the readers will read the data, they won't change anything, then we will be not having any problem. But even a single writer is accessing that, at that moment readers and writers will be having the problem in order to access the data. Okay, that is the major problem that we can see in your readers and writers problem. Okay, where we will be having a problem in process synchronization. And the third problem that I am going to discuss is your dining philosophers problem. Dining philosophers problem. Philosophers problem. Why we are discussing this means, see, in generally in this particular dining philosophers problem, we will be having a limited resources that has to be shared between the number of processes, I can say. In order to convey that message, they are taking a message called, they are taking a problem called dining philosophers problem. In this dining philosophers problem, we will be having number of philosophers, those who are sitting around the dining table. Consider this as your dining table. Say suppose philosopher 1 is sitting here, philosopher 2 is sitting here, philosopher 3 is sitting here, and philosopher 4, philosopher 5. P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. 5 philosophers are sitting adjacent to one by one, or else they are sitting around a dining table. Okay, each and every process, each and every philosopher is available with 2 chopsticks. Adjacent to them, we have kept 2 chopsticks. Chopsticks are nothing but spoons, I can say. Okay, if you are using chopsticks, you can use the chopsticks. These chopsticks are nothing but your spoons, I can say. If say suppose if we are putting some noodles over here, that has to be taken by the philosophers if they are free. What the philosophers will do? They will be thinking about something, and if they are free, if they are hungry, they will be eating something. That is the situation. We won't say that they will be doing all the time, they will be doing this only. But we are thinking that the philosophers will think, okay, if they are hungry, they will be eating this food, whatever the food that is available on the dining table. Okay, we are having only 2 chopsticks here adjacent to P1. Okay, and P2 will also contain 2 chopsticks, P3 will also contain 2 chopsticks, and P4 as well as P5. Whenever P1 is hungry, then he will be picking up these 2 chopsticks in order to take the food. Okay, and whenever P2 is hungry, then he will be taking these 2 chopsticks in order to take the food. In the same way, other processes will do the same thing. Other philosophers will do the same thing. But the problem here is that P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. We are having how many philosophers? 5 philosophers here. See the chopsticks. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. But in order to take the food by the person or else by the philosophers, we need 2 chopsticks. If you are having 10 chopsticks here, then there will be no problem. But we are putting some restricted resources. They need to access those resources in order to take the food. See, when the P1 is accessing 2 chopsticks, or else when the P1 is picking 2 chopsticks in order to take the food, then P2 must wait, P5 must wait. Why? Because these two are having only 1 chopsticks adjacent to them. They won't eat. They cannot eat the food by having only 1 chopstick. When the P1 is completing its taking food, then he will be freeing his chopsticks, and P5 can have the food and P2 can have the food. Then here P3 can have the food. Why? Because he is having the free chopsticks over here. Then he will be picking these 2 chopsticks in order to take the food. Okay, like this, every philosopher is available with the 2 chopsticks until or unless any one philosopher is taking the chopsticks. Okay, if the 2 chopsticks are available to the philosopher, then only he can take the food. Until or unless that, he will be not touching the food, I can say. This is what the dining philosophers. In this dining philosophers problem, we are saying that we will be having a restricted or else limited resources. Here the resources are nothing but your chopsticks. Okay, these chopsticks are limited. Limited resources has to be used by your philosophers in order to take the food. This is one more problem where we will be having process synchronization problem, I can say. These are the classical problems, I can say, in order to we will be seeing that how we will be solving these particular problems, but not now. These are the classical problems that I am going to discuss in further classes, I can say. These are the 3 basic RS class basic information, basic problems that we will be observing when we are going for the process synchronization. One is bounded buffer, that we have seen in detail about producer and consumer problem. Reader writers problem, we will be having a common data that has to be accessed by readers as well as the writers. Writers are the persons, those who are modifying the content. Readers are the persons, those who will be reading the data from the database. They won't modify anything. This is readers writers problem. Dining philosophers problem, we will be having a number of philosophers, those who are sitting around the dining table, but we will be having a limited chopsticks. In order to take the food, they need 2 chopsticks. Every philosopher needs 2 chopsticks, but we are having a limited chopsticks. In order to not have any problem to take the food, we need to synchronize the philosopher's resources. Okay, that we will see in our upcoming lectures. But these are the basic problems, I can say, when we are considering the process synchronization. In order to overcome the process synchronization, we will be having monitors. Why? Because sometimes in your critical section we can enter more than one process. As I said you people about the counting semaphores, we can enter number of processes into your critical section, but only one process can execute its critical section and remaining will wait. That will be done by your monitors. These are the basic information that I want to give you people in order to understand our critical section problem. By this, we have completed our first unit. In our tomorrow session, we will begin our second unit. Just go through your notes, just go through your material. Already I have given the information about your material. I hope it is clear. It is very simple topics. Okay, these are the very simple topics as well as very important for your competitive exams. Okay, in academic examinations, they may or they may not ask, but you people will be receiving the problems in your competitive examinations based on these problems. Okay, I hope it is clear. Okay, see you in the next one. Thank you.